Good morning. Hello again from Phoenix, Arizona. Today we have dropped off Nate at the Christie Digital training courses here. And I just got a text from my mom. She gave me a really cool idea. I should go see where she used to work. Now, she used to work for a company called Sperry Flight Systems, and it was bought by Honeywell, and now it has a different name, and I'll get that for you. But she was really important in what they did. So my mom was the engineering assistant that was in charge of the government approval of parts. Doesn't surprise me. This is a highly intelligent, very capable, incredibly trustworthy woman. And she was definitely setting the strides for women in the 1970s and 80s. She was definitely leading the way, and this was not an easy position for her. But with my dad being a worship pastor at the church we visited yesterday, he wasn't making really the full bread and butter for the family. My mom was. And prior to this, when we lived in Loveland, Colorado, actually we lived in Fort Collins, Colorado, Mom was actually working for Hewlett Packard, and she was involved there. So she's always been the money person, and a person that was stable and just was trustworthy for anybody who hired her or any business that she and Dad started. So anyway, let's go check out where this place is. It's about 4 minutes from where Nate's at right now, where I'm sitting. Sully, of course, is the trustworthy steed, is taking his rest time back there. We stopped and got ourselves a hot piping cup of caffeinated beverage. Hashtag Adam the Woo. And we are going to go and see what kind of fun things we can find today. Okay, so we've made it. Mom sent me several different addresses. We were back and forth. She's watching me on my Life 360, trying to figure out where it was exactly. And we believe we found it, which is interesting because Nate had just been talking about Honeywell because he saw the sign for this place on the way to his training yesterday. And he was talking about how we've used their products. So this is actually the Honeywell Aerospace Global Headquarters now. So let's take a drive. It is pretty secure, so we're just going to take a video through and then head on to the next thing. But I think this is pretty cool history from my mom. So right there is the Honeywell sign. Get it nice and close for you. And this is the whole facility here. I'll kind of cut across. It's huge. But we're going to go see the front where my mom used to work. At least that's the plan. There it is. Send it to my mama. Pretty cool. I do remember sitting in the parking lot in this place and waiting for my mom to complete her interview. Pretty special opportunity. Large facility. There is the visitor entrance area right there. Maybe we'll find out if we can take tours. There it is right there. There's the view of the facility from the side, the Honeywell tower on it. And yeah, pretty cool. It's pretty cool visiting these things. My dad and I sat in the car in the parking lot here when my mom went in for her interview, and she thought she didn't get the job, but they made her wait a long time, and she was kind of feeling not so good about it. And she had basically laid on the table, you know, she's only going to do X, Y, and Z for way up here, not down here. And they were like, we need you. And they hired her on the spot. And she was completely freaked out and excited when she came out to the car. So we were thankful for this place and that God used it to facilitate the care for our family and to provide the opportunity. My mom was able to fund the beginning of New Light Singers and Orchestra, as well as other corporations my parents started, because of her financial savviness and what she provided through this place here and others. And God's so good. And her and my dad are a powerhouse couple. I'll tell you that right now. And it's definitely an excellent couple to have as examples for what you do as a married couple working together. So anyway, I am going to head off to the next thing. Let's see what else we can get ourselves into. As I'm passing the parking lots here, that way, all these parking lots are full of Teslas. They're all stored right now. Interesting. So I'm going to see if we can get a little bit of footage of the Deer Valley Airport here. It is a really cool little private airport, and I remember driving by it when I was a kiddo. But it is real close to where my mom used to work. So at the end of this road is the tower, and that is Deer Valley Airport. It is so stinking cute. All sorts of private jets fly in and out here. Here's the entrance to the Deer Valley Airport. City of Phoenix Deer Valley Airport. Pretty cool. Little old place. I like the way that the architecture is here. My dad just loved things that had to do with like mesas and stuff. This is the Flight Training Center. And then my dad just loved the architecture of this style of stucco and stuff. Dad loved it so much. Look at this. City of Phoenix Deer Valley Airport. There it is. Piece of history right there. You know, my dad always liked the stucco style places because he was born in New Mexico and it was what he was raised around. Anyway, cute little airport. Love it. Oh, look at this. Look at this cool old Saguaro. Let's see if I can put my window down. That's actually a pretty cool shot right there with the old airport in the background. Look at that. How cool is that? It's funny when you're a little kid, everything just seems so big. And no, it's so tiny. It's great.